I'm Jaska.
I'm Janne.
I'm Henka. I play bass for Children of Bodom. We're children of Bodom.
I'm Lexi, I play guitar and I sing. Yeah, we started, like me and the drummer, we started back in like 1993 when we were like 14 years old. Well, he joined in 95 and our keyboard player joined in 97. That's when the first album came out, so, you know, kind of like that. So we started the whole thing when we were just children.
Yeah, the variety of stuff is quite large.
That's how
what,
it
yeah,
started,
we played in garages and like pretty much like anywhere we could have a chance to play live, even like one or two songs, we did it like every time. Or no?
Yeah.
Thank you.
When we had to come up with a new name, there was a map open on the table. We were at a meeting at the record company and we were thinking about new names, and there was a map of Espoo with the Lake Bodom on the map, and then we came up with somebody came up with something Bodom related, and we started thinking different names with Bodom on it, and that's how we ended up with Children of Bodom.
Well, I mean, at least my parents were always like really supporting of my playing guitar. I know just doing music, making music in general, and they knew like by the time I was 13 and that I was not gonna stay in school for a long time, and because all I really cared about was just playing guitar, and that's it. I never paid attention to school, so they supported me because I mean at least I was psyched about something,
Yeah, I think pretty much all of our parents were always very supportive and proud, and I was never told that you should get a real job. They were always just supportive and understood that this is something that we really like to do. So.
We got some reactions, okay. People were just shocked and they were like, what the hell's going on? Like, what are you guys playing Britney Spears for? And like, I'd say that, like at least 50% of the fans got really pissed off. They took it very seriously, which I thought it was kind of funny.
It is our sense of humor that you can hear in that. At the same time, we have so much fun doing cover versions because you just get to choose a song, whatever song, pop song, rock song, and then you just turn it into a weird, crazy-ass COB metal version, and it's always a lot of fun.
I think at the end of the day, people like the cover because it's just so stupid, but it's so awesome too because it's done very like professional and it's played well, and it's funny. I mean, it is. Come on.
Sometimes when we're not recording or making an album, you start thinking already, oh, that would make a good cover.
We got two covers coming up now. I mean, the other one is a Roxette cover. The song "Sleeping in My Car."
I think Roxette is great. They have a lot of good songs.
The other one is Bananarama, Cruel Summer.
Yeah.
It's been one of our like reoccurring themes that there is one Bodom track on every album band, and it's funny because when we did the last album, Alexi said he officially said that he just forgot to make a Bodom track. So
I think it happened.
Yeah, I fucked it up. That's my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's like it's so funny. I was writing this, the lyrics and the stuff, and when I did the vocals, I didn't like think about it, and then somebody just pointed that out later on. Like, dude, where's the Bodom song? I'm like, fuck. Yeah, my bad.
Dead Man's Hand on You. Yeah, at least it's the, I don't know, yeah, I guess it's a ballad. But it's definitely the slowest one we ever did. Even though we've had some slow songs before, but this one is like even more slow. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs ever we've done, so.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites too.
I'm really happy with it.
Turned out very good, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because it is a ballad. It's a really, really slow song, and it's the slowest, obviously, we've ever done. And it's the first COB song ever with clean guitars and a real grand piano, and it's totally different. Yet, like you said, it's when the chorus kicks in, it's totally, or even the bridge, the pre-chorus, it's totally recognizable as COB. So that's one of the songs that's probably gonna divide a lot of opinions. Some of the speed metal fans are probably gonna hate it, but to me, it's not out of place. It's like you said, it sounds like Bodom, and we felt we felt good playing it and recording it. So well, the new one was made with our trusted producer in Finland again, and the last one was done with an American producer.
You know, I write the riffs and the melodies and stuff, and basically I do that at home, and then we go to the rehearsal place and we just jam on the riffs a little bit, you know, and then we start putting the parts together. We do the arrangements, like, with the whole band.
It's pretty like organic.
And it's worked out very well like that since the very beginning, and that's just the way we roll. So
I'm not gonna say that it's heavier and faster and harder, and cause that's what people always say.
I think we went back in a way. There is this kind of like old school COB elements.
yeah, I've heard like Hey Breeder and Follow the Reaper
Yeah.
comparisons. But yeah, I guess there's some truth to it, really. That there's a lot of elements from the old school COB sound, but then again, it's like so much more updated. Plus, it's like the songs that we just talked about, like Halo Blood and like Dead Man's Hand on You. They're like definitely different from anything we have ever done before. So the new album, it's not exactly like Hey Breeder, but yeah, there's some similarities to it, sure.
Transference. We did a video shoot in Poland 2 weeks ago, and actually I haven't seen any of the footage yet, but I think it's supposed to be out this month anyway, in a couple of weeks. And yeah, that's the only video thing we did with it so far.
I don't know. It just fits the song. It's a strong title, and it's a very strong song. It's like a kick in the face. Those two put together. I think it turned out really good, and just the song. It's so fast and like so dark, and I think that the song deserves a really a strong title. So that's why. On my wall.
Yeah.
And you, sir?
Mine is at the rehearsal place.
Do you even know where they are?
They are in the pile in the rehearsal place. We should just hang them in there.
Yeah.
But there's not so many of them.
I got a shitload of them on my wall. I don't know about you. I don't know if you got any of them, but no, I mean, there's like a lot of singles and
Singles, yeah.
7 studio albums, 1 DVD,
Maybe 15.
something like that. Yeah.
I have some on the wall of my TV room, but I haven't had time to put them all up. But I'm gonna rearrange my walls and put them all up. But yeah, I have this like home movie theater or TV room, and I put them on the walls.
Yeah, I have it also. I have like little rehearsal place in my home, and I'm gonna put them all there.
It's just the cover art we chose for the first album, and from there on we just kept doing it, and now we're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the whole Reaper thing, really, how it came about was because of the first album cover. We just saw the picture and we thought it was so cool, so we wanted to use it as a cover. And then, when it was time to think about the cover for the second album, we just thought that, hey, might as well just use the Reaper again, because, it was just so awesome. So we did, and from there on, he's basically been the mascot or whatever of Children of Bodom, so he's been on every single album cover.
I have no idea. For me, I mean, it's still hard to believe that it's true, but to be honest, I have no idea.
It's because we rock.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
come
yeah.
the hell? I mean, what's the problem here?
Yeah, we rock, but
It's very simple.
I hope it's the music, that it's it
Yeah.
really, you know, the moment and the music makes them go crazy and crowd surf. But yeah, I think at some point it was even said that we have the official record for Wacken for crowd surfing.
Every time we go, it's even more and more and more. Maybe it's that's the secret
Yeah.
also.
I think what's great is that there are young fans all the time in the crowd, which is a good sign that we're reaching out to new people and new crowd. Also, a lot of fans have grown up with us, and then also you recognize people who have been around for the whole career of the band. But what I think is really great that you see a lot of young new faces in the crowds, which means that you're reaching out to new people. We're gonna go to the States.
Yeah, US festival tour.
Yeah, we do. We're gonna do a couple of festivals in June, and then we do a US tour. And then, as far as I know, the European tour is gonna be next fall. Well, playing in Japan for the first time was amazing. Definitely, it still is.
And then being playing Wacken open air main stage is in a really good time. Like, you know, at the prime time, it's
Yeah, it's
always-
pretty
it's
amazing.
always amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, that game's like one of the best events to play in like ever. Yeah.
Well, I still love playing Japan. Japan is always great.
Yeah, it works, but there are like several places where we have very good audience. Like for example, in Canada,
Yeah.
like Montreal, Toronto. There are
Well, I think the shows sucked, you know, at least, and well, that's all I got.
I think it was fun though. It's well, you know, we did last year, right? Yeah. There's a lot of Finnish bands from Helsinki. So there was a lot of like friends around, and you know, 4 days on a boat, sun is shining.
5.
5, yeah, and one day on the island,
Yeah.
and sun is shining, lots of beers, lots of friends, a lot of metal music everywhere all
Yeah.
the time.
No, it was fun. You know,
I
it's
had-
just that the shows sucked. You know, that's my point.
Yeah, the shows were not good, but I don't think
Mm.
that's the whole point of the whole cruise.
Yeah, I guess not.
yeah, sir.
That was a
That was weird. Yeah.
weird situation.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I would do it again. I don't know about the other guys though.
It's super. It's very long, but I definitely had a lot of fun too.
There's so
His
many
first
highlights.
record contract. You know. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of them.
There's like I was said always the first record contract, first time in Japan, first headlining European tour was one
Yeah,
of the biggest
absolutely.
things.
First headline in U.S.
First
too.
headlining US tour as well. Then to be headlining these big festivals like Wacken Open Air or any European festival, if you headline it's like it was always a really big thing.
Well, some, you know, it's just sometimes, you know, these are just like non-musical things, but like when you got tours let's say when you got like, you got to go throughout like Asia and South America and stuff like that, you got to fly everywhere, you don't have a tour bus there. You can just go in and crash. It's just like, you have to fly everywhere, so you have to wake up like super early in the morning and just go to the airports and just lie on the floors and go through the security and the immigration and all that fucking bullshit, and every single day. That really, that can eat you up. It's pretty rough.
And then if you get sick, and you just have to do it. You cannot call your boss to say, yeah, sorry, I'm sick. So that's also downside of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like getting sick is not an excuse.
Yeah.
It's like, basically, unless you're dead, then you gotta like, the show must go on. Well, no stage fright, but I try to avoid the routine feeling, So that's why it's actually really good to be a little nervous right before the show. It gets you like really hyped up, and then once you hit the stage, it's like an explosion, and you're like on a whole other dimension or something. I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to explain, but I think it's good to be a little nervous before the show.
Especially if you haven't played in a while. Like for example, after this break we've had, the first show is going to be really, really nervous, and I think that the whole first month is going to be really nervous. So it's a good thing, definitely. Yeah. And maybe when you do a 2-month tour, almost every night you play a show, then you maybe lose a little bit of the nervousness. Then it's more like a routine.
Yeah, but then again, even then, once you hit the stage, if you got a good crowd, it's always like, it's never boring. That's for sure.